What's up, Internet? This is Adam and Sean with All Pro Media discussing today the Academy Award nominated films for cinematography.
Specifically, two of our absolute favorites of the year, Roma,
which is my favorite,
and A Star is Born, which is my personal favorite of the year. We're going to talk about what these DPs did to make these masterpieces and a little bit behind their craft.
So without further ado, let's jump into Alfonso Cuarón's masterpiece, Roma. Emmanuel Lubezki is his usual DP. He's worked with him on Children of Men and Gravity, amongst other films. They had actually prepped this film together, and the 100-plus day shooting schedule is actually what kept Lubezki out of shooting it. He couldn't do it with his other projects in line. So Alfonso basically just picked up the camera and said, I'll shoot it myself. The cinematography of Roma is beautiful and simple. He uses as much available natural light as he can, and he directs it with skirts around skylights and windows. He shapes people with bounce light and uses practical fixtures to complement that light. The lighting is very organic and almost unnoticeable, which Roger Deakins says is your job as a DP, to make the lighting indistinguishable. It's just part of the film. The camera is objective. Emmanuel Lubezki, his usual DP, said that it was like an old ghost that was visiting and just there as a casual observer. And that's a pretty good description. It doesn't help the movie. It doesn't hurt the movie. It's just there. The actors kind of work within the frame and perform. They have to actually convince the audience what's going on and do their part. This type of cinematography is old school and takes the characterization out of the camera movement. This style could be characterized by comparing it to Stanley Kubrick, except take away most of the dolly shots. There are dolly shots in this movie, but there are more pans. When you take all the elements combined, the black and white, the way that he shot it, and the period that it was set in, you have a well-crafted film. It's designed to be a modern black and white movie, but it really immerses you in that old feel. Simply put, the cinematography of Roma is beautiful and simple, and I think that's my favorite part, is that it's simple and it's using an old style of shooting to convey a very modern story, to be honest with you. And that's why it stuck out so much, and that's probably why it was nominated, because it wasn't like the other films. And in stark contrast, A Star is Born is anything but simple, and I'm gonna let Sean discuss that with you right now.
A Star is Born is Bradley Cooper's directorial debut, and his DP for this film was Matthew Libatic. He has been the DP for many of Darren Aronofsky's films and has even filmed the first two Iron Man. In stark contrast to Roma, this film had a very modern visual storytelling. The camera was used to draw you in and take you through the story. And one of the ways they did this was centering the cinematography around each character. In this film, Bradley Cooper plays a depressed alcoholic. The camera on him is always handheld, unstable, and very dirty. However, the camera movements around Lady Gaga was always stable, clean, and smooth. Any scenes where Bradley Cooper is sober in the film, these shots become more stable. Libatic decided to shoot most of this film on Cooke anamorphic lenses. I feel like this aspect ratio really helped draw you into the drama and show you the scope of what this story really was. The Cooke lenses were very clean, but again, he designed very much so around the characters to help you feel what they felt. So any shots where they were on stage performing, he actually used Kowa lenses, which were also anamorphic, but actually created a little bit of a dirtier image and let in more light leaks. Another aspect of this film that struck me was the use of color. For some scenes, he would use smoke machines to get this more hazy look, and in certain locations where he couldn't use the smoke machine, he used color cons. These are filters that you put in front of the camera to take away some contrast, give a little bit of haze, and create more atmosphere. It lets color into the shadows to make the image look different. His dedication did not stop at production. Every night after shooting, he would go home and take a still frame from every scene that he shot and color grade it himself. This would be a reference to the final colorist that would give an individual look to every scene. This style and dedication to detail really shows in the final product, and is why I think this film was so effective. It helped you really feel what the characters were feeling and go through the story with them. That is why it is my favorite of the year.
So that's all we got for Roma and A Star is Born. They were our two favorite picks, but not necessarily the best picks.
So please leave your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Please tell us which film you think deserves best cinematography, even if it's not on the list of nominees.
Be sure to hit that like button and also comment. Whether it's good or bad, we do really enjoy reading it, and it does give us feedback that helps us progress this channel. Also, hit that subscribe button and smash that bell so you can be a part of our channel with the notifications.
And on that note, we gotta go to work.
We have to work. Yeah, we'll see you next week.